everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Just wanted to get a video. I'm off to work here in a little bit. It's about noon. Not that decadent though, I've already been on the beach. I was on the beach at 7 this morning shooting some video, so just taking a little break in between. Had to take some sun, clean up a little bit, do a few things around the house. Some more preparing. I'm sorry, I should have done this video over there, but I get better light right now. A lot of people liked my summer kitchen, so I was pretty much convinced too, so I think the vibe's going to keep going. I'm just doing a little bit each day by day, but I think I'm going to be enjoying this outside experience. I got a lot more countertop, that's for sure. Anyhow, the subject today is just it's a rhetorical question. Only you can answer that yourself. Why do we need approval? I mean, I guess to some extent we all need approval, but I guess what I'm getting at is why do we need approval at all costs? I mean, I think now probably more than half the conversations I see anywhere in this raw food world, vegan world, raw for whatever, is about people, worrying, talking about like somebody doesn't approve of their lifestyle or asks them questions or thinks it's stupid or is worried will give a little bit more respect to, because those people, hey, there are some good intentioned people out there that just don't understand about nutrition and health, and they don't understand anything other than the normal way that people have always done things. But mostly why do we need this approval at all costs? If you're not doing something bad, I just don't see how it affects anybody else. If you can look yourself in the mirror and know what you're doing is good for you and your health, well, you don't really have a responsibility to please somebody else because they're not comfortable with it, or, the way I'll tell you to deal with any of these things all the time is just ignore it, or just smile and be nice, be loving to people. And people have a hard time picking on you when you don't give them any fight back. People have a hard time giving you a hard time when they see it doesn't get to you. Another area where kind of a little bit different vein where I see people needing approval all the time is this endless arguing over I can tell you two for instance, because I'm kind of interested in those subjects, but I don't get involved with the discussions very much because quite frankly I got more to do with my time than debate a bunch of basement dwellers that watch YouTube and know all this about nutrition and whatever. Now there's a lot of people out there that do, and I totally respect and enjoy hearing educated, thought out opinions from people of all coming from all different sides, even if they're diametrically opposed to what I think or believe at the time. They might change my mind. And two areas where this comes up a lot are supplements and juicing. For some reason, those are very polarizing subjects. And the people on either side almost seem like they need that lifestyle validated, or how they do it validated. Guys, there's a lot of work going on around here today, so there might be some lawnmower pop up, some construction, some banging, so just bear with me. But yeah, like on the issue of supplements, I take some supplements. I'm not going to take a lot of supplements. In fact, I was telling somebody the other day, I'm probably capped. I'm looking for, there's about 3 areas where I'm thinking about taking supplements, possibly a 4th in there. That's it. That's capping. I'm not going to be, traveling around with a whole bunch of things to keep up with. But that's beside the point. Whether you think the diet can provide everything you need and you eat fruits and vegetables, or you decide to supplement, do what you're going to do. It doesn't matter about the other side. People just, they leave comments and they want to get in debate about it. If that's what you need to do, if you think you need to supplement, if you think you're against supplement, go for it. You don't need people telling you it's right, or you don't have to argue with people to try to convince them to make your argument stronger or give yourself some more validity in your head. The other one is juicing. Everybody seems to be either and like I say, I never find my middle ground. I never find people too much like me. I juice, but I don't live on juice. I'm not constantly doing a cleanse or a juice feast or a this or a that. I'm not anti-juice either. So I've got the juice people that are just living on juice all the time, and then the people that are, juice is a waste, there's no fiber, you aren't getting the fiber, you're not getting this, you're not getting that, and then the juice people, but you're extracting all the nutrients, blah, 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 blah. Gives me a headache. I make my decision on those type things, and when I come to my decision, what feels good in my body, I share here And once again, I always want to just keep adding this disclaimer over and over. I don't feel like I'm an educator. I don't feel like I'm any sort of authority, guru, leader, or anything of the such. All this is sharing the information that I'm learning on my journey, and sharing the results that I'm getting on my journey, and sharing, you know, what I'm thinking about, what's going on this journey. By no means, I'm not sitting here ever, and like I say, I use that verbiage sometimes, like, you need to do this. Well, I'm kind of having an inside dialogue with myself, I guess. I'm telling myself, I need to do this. But, you know, never any judgmental or you've got to do, but this is just all, you know, me talking about me, what I'm learning, what's happening with me. So, you know, your mileage may vary. And I would say don't ever just take anybody's word for it. Like any of these things I say, God, you'd be nuts to, like, look at this crazy looking old dude. You would be nuts to just take unchecked, unverified health information from a crazy old looking hippie. You know, no matter who tells you something, and it may be the best information in the world, but I always, and I do that a lot when I'm writing for whatever subjects, I get somebody and I say, okay, that makes a lot of sense, but I still want to dig some more, and I still want to hear other opinions on it. But once you feel like you're doing the right thing for yourself, stop needing this approval all the time. I mean, that's kind of going back to, you know, even like when people, yeah, but you know, it's hard to go out with family and friends. Isn't that the same old a variation on the peer pressure that we all dealt with as kids? And that, you know, our mothers always asked us, well, if Bill was going to jump off that cliff, would you jump off that cliff? I mean, no, we don't, you know, we don't need the peer pressure. We don't need to eat something so we can fit in, so we can be with the cool kids, so I can go out and have a pizza party, or I can go out and do this. No, do your thing, figure out what works for you, and be strong in your walk. Be strong, but you don't have to be nasty. I mean, sometimes I've got a strange sense of humor. It may come across like I'm saying, yeah, screw them all. No, just the opposite. If anything, kill them with kindness. If somebody's giving you a hard time about your lifestyle and they don't approve and they're not seeing the results, you know, just change the subject in a nice way. I do that all the time when people try to pick a fight with me over various things. I just divert my energy in another area. And if they continue to persist, I just won't be around that energy. Anyhow, this is just a little free flow to start off the week. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. If you're up in the Northeast, I think you got a lot of snow coming, so yeah, you might want to do something. If you eat a little bit of cooked food at time, the next few nights might be a good time to have some cooked. If you're staying raw, you know, warm up those soups a little bit more in the Vitamix to give yourself a little warmth in the evening. Throw a hot pepper in there, but whatever you're doing, stay warm. Stay warm. Actually, I wish we could kind of balance it out at time. I could send you about 10 or 15 degrees of weather from here. You guys would have a little bit more warmth. That probably still wouldn't make you hot. I'd be a little cooler here, so if we could meet in the middle. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Peace.